Hello and welcome back to Yoga with Elizabeth. You know, sometimes I feel so stressed and angry and emotional, probably due to menopausal hormones, that all I want to do is scream or hit something. Even if you are not going through the menopause, you might sometimes feel like this too. And if today and now is one of those times, then I invite you to roll out your mat, find a comfortable seat, and let's do some yoga. So this is only going to take 10 minutes out of your day, and hopefully it will improve your mood, bring your stress levels down, and allow you to go about your day in a better frame of mind. So we're going to start with a little breathing exercise. Find a comfortable seat on your mat. You can either be cross-legged, you can sit on your knees, you can sit on a cushion if you want to as well. So we are going to start by doing the exact opposite of what you would normally do in a yoga practice. We are going to introduce tension into our body. We're going to start by squeezing our hands together, activating the muscles in our forearms. You can almost feel them bunching up as they creep up your arms. From this position, we're going to reach the shoulders up to the ears, squeezing everything as tight as you can as we take a big inhale through the nose. And then as we exhale, we're going to soften the shoulders, soften the arms, relax the hands on the knees, and sigh the breath out through the mouth. Let's repeat that another couple of times. So as we inhale, we squeeze everything together. We squeeze the hands into a fist, the arms, we bunch those muscles, we draw the shoulders up to the ears, we make everything as tight and as tense as we possibly can. And then as we exhale, we relax the hands, sigh the breath out through the mouth, and begin to feel a softening through the body. Releasing the muscles across the forehead maybe as well here. Just do that one more time. Move with your breath. Take that inhale. Squeeze everything together as tight as you can. Maybe even clenching your jaw as well. And then on your exhale, just reversing everything. Softening through the body. Relaxing the shoulders. Feeling a little bit of peace and tranquility traveling through the mind here. And we can do that as many times as you want to, but it is only a 10-minute practice. So from here, we're going to come over onto all fours, taking our hands underneath, move that out of the way, taking our hands, our wrists underneath our shoulders, our knees underneath our hips. And as we inhale, just dropping the belly to the floor, lifting the gaze, sliding the shoulders back and down. And as we exhale, just curling the spine the other way. Moving with the breath here. Moving one way on your inhale and the opposite way on your exhale. And don't get too caught up about thinking if you're inhaling when you should be exhaling and vice versa, as long as we are trying to relax into our breath and release tension from our body. We can even tuck the toes and move the hips from side to side as well. Just staying present in this moment. And even if you don't know what you're feeling stressed about, then just trying to take these 10 minutes to center yourself and bring yourself back to you. Let's tuck the toes if you haven't already done so, and just slide the bottom back towards the heels, giving a lovely stretch down through the soles of the feet. If this is uncomfortable in any way, then we can take the tops of the feet to the floor. Reaching the arms out in front of us now. So we're coming into a modified child's pose. Reaching those fingertips forward, maybe even coming onto the fingertips to give yourself a stretch down the sides of the body. And then as we breathe in, coming back onto all fours and lifting ourselves into a downward facing dog. So keeping those toes tucked, we lift off, lift the hips up, keep a bend in the knees if you want to, as we send the hips up and backwards, moving the feet into a position that feels good and letting that head feel heavy in your downward facing dog. I often find that moving the body when I feel a little bit stressed or anxious is a good way forward. So from our downward facing dog, we're going to come into a plank position, squeezing the glutes and the thighs. And then from plank, we drop to the knees and we push back into that child's pose. So 3 movements, moving with the breath. If we can, keep the hands and the feet where they are. If that doesn't feel comfortable, obviously shift your body around a little bit here. We come forward into our downward facing dog, taking that breath in. As we exhale, we draw forward into plank. Inhale, take the knees to the floor and push it back into child's pose. Keep that moving going with the breath. We come into our downward facing dog. We shift the weight forward into plank. We drop the knees to the earth and we push back into our child's pose. Finding our way back into our downward facing dog once more. We're going to take our right foot up towards the ceiling. Bend that knee and squeeze it in towards the nose, squeezing that tension away. As we breathe in, as we inhale, we lift that leg up. As we exhale, we squeeze it in once more. Last time, we take the leg up, we draw the knee to the nose, and then we drop the foot to the earth. If you are like me, you're going to have to give that leg a little bit of a helping hand to get the foot towards the top of the mat. Leaving our left hand where it is, we're going to reach that right arm towards the ceiling. If this feels too much, staying on the toes of that back foot, drop the knee to the floor. Tuck your toes once more. Bring your right hand back down. Step it back into your downward facing dog. And we're going to come onto the other side. We take the left leg up. Draw the knee to the nose. Inhale. Left leg lifts. Exhale. Draw it in. Last time. In comes the knee. The foot drops. Little bit of a helping hand. Let's get that foot towards the top of the mat. Remember, we can come to the floor or we can stay on the toes. As we lift that left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it all the way back down to the floor. Last time, we come into our downward facing dog. We step the right foot forward once more, and this time we drop the left knee to the earth as we come into a low lunge position. Opening out the arms, opening out the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and that opening through the front of the body makes you think you have more space to breathe. From here, a little bit of strength. We're going to keep the arms where they are and see if we can push ourselves up into a high lunge. From our high lunge, we open out the arms and we come into our strong warrior 2. Right knee bent over the ankle. Move the feet around if you need to as you push firmly into both feet here. Stay here for a couple of breaths, dropping our left hand behind us, reaching our right arm overhead, coming into a reverse warrior. And once more, we move with the breath. As we exhale, we bring our arms back over, turn on our back foot, windmill our arms all the way down, drop the knee to the earth, step our right foot back to meet our left in a downward facing dog, and then step our left foot towards the top of the mat. The right knee comes to the floor, a little bit of a helping hand to get us into our low lunge as we open out our arms into this goddess arm position here. Finding that strength, if we can, to lift us into a high lunge. And then opening out into warrior 2. Again, moving the feet around here. Find your stability. Find your focus. Keeping that bend in the left knee, We reverse our warrior. And moving with the breath, we float our arms all the way back down towards the earth, framing our left foot, step it back into a plank, drop the knees to the floor, push yourself back once more into a child's pose. Coming back onto your knees and bring yourself round, returning to your seated position where we began the class. I'm going to grab my cushion just as we finish here because it's a little bit more comfortable. So yeah, definitely get a cushion or a blanket if you find sitting on the ground isn't for you. And just as we began this practice, so we finish it in a seated position, either cross-legged, sitting on your heels. You can even sit on a chair if you wish. We began this short 10-minute session by introducing tension to the body. We've moved with our breath, hopefully releasing any tightness and tension, any stress, any anger that's going on inside your mind, inside your body. And to finish the class, we're going to have a little bit of a twist. Sometimes it's really helpful to A, introduce tension, and B, twist your body so that on the exhale, the release of this stress feels even better. So open your arms out to the side. Inhale up towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, taking your right hand towards your left knee, let your left hand drop to the floor or even behind you. Think about your shoulders. If they seem to be creeping up to the ears, let's shrug them down. Take another breath in, and as you inhale, push the sit bones to the floor. Find length through your body. And as you exhale, imagine all the muscles around the spine, around the abdomen, drawing you towards the left-hand side. So not necessarily using your hands to force yourself around, to wrench yourself around, thinking about the muscles. Let them do the work. Let them draw you around, with your neck and your head being the last thing to move. Take another big inhale as we reach the arms all the way back up. And as we exhale, yep, you got it, coming onto the opposite side. Left hand drops onto the right knee. Relax the shoulders. Take another breath where you root down through your sit bones. You grow a little taller through the crown of your head. And the exhale takes you around towards the right. Inhale, reach it back up. Touch your palms together and draw your hands down towards your heart. Push your right hand against your left hand against your right. Again, introducing a little bit of tightness through the arms and the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, once more, sighing it out through the mouth, releasing your hands to your knees. Give your shoulders a little bit of a shake. And hopefully you are feeling a lot less stressed to continue on with your day. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you again on the mat soon.